Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111 back to you with my Wednesday reading. Happy hump day. I got to tell you, I'm feeling like this is right now, this collective, this where this is going. This is like my favorite episode, right? My favorite 30-minute episode. Just because there's continues to be this storyline and this evolution of this collective. And it's just, while it's been draining and healing and exhausting and exciting, it's just constantly changing. And as I have mentioned, this is a collective couple that is in communication. They are not in union yet, working towards union. But like I said in my last video, that gosh, you guys thought separation was hard. I mean, getting back together and union is difficult. And trying to get into full union is difficult. I mean, there's a lot of things that start coming up when, you get back together in this connection. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of past hurts. There's a lot of, if there were third party situations, those things continue to, start to bleed into the relationship. Because remember, yes, you've been on your journeys, your individual journeys during separation. You have been evolving, you have been changing, you have been growing, you've become more enlightened, and you have been healing. But when you come together, when you come back together, that's when you start to heal together as well. And that is just as critical. So what is this recurring theme that's happening here in this collective is that this Seven of Swords energy, okay, this deceit, this betrayal, this third party situation that happened in the past is continuing to come up again. We had it in yesterday's Instagram reading. We had it in Monday's reading. The Seven of Swords energy is still here. It is because they need to heal that together. That until they do that, until they come together to really heal that energy, this feminine is going to be in a little bit of a burden, okay? So I want to get started. A couple of things before I begin. If you want to book your own personal reading with me, please go to my website, queenoflight1111.com. All of my lists of services and offerings are there as well. I do not do video readings. I only do live sessions, which are by phone for clients in the US and Skype for international clients. I'm currently booked out 3 weeks, 2.5 to 3 weeks. So if you are interested, when you book a reading, I will get notification and then I will email you back with the process, okay? That's how it works. I'm also on Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. I post free readings there as well. And my username on Instagram is queenoflight1111. As a reminder, I do not respond to direct messages on Instagram. So if you have a question or want to get in touch with me, please email me through my website at queenoflight1111.com. Okay, that's enough of the housekeeping. So before I begin, I just feel like I haven't done this in a little bit, but I am always, every day, so eternally grateful for all of your support, for your, for the support of my channel, for all of the feedback that I've been getting around these readings. These are obviously free readings that we do for all of you, that we channel for the collective, and I really do appreciate all of you appreciating this effort, because it does take a long time, right? I try to save you guys time by having all the cards kind of fly out, getting it all organized beforehand. So all you have to do is come in to my space here and listen to your readings. So I just wanted to thank you all for your support, for your feedback, for your donations, and for your business, and for all of your blessings that you guys send me and all of that great energy. Thank you so much. So interesting day today. I haven't had this happen in a while. This is just the second time this happened to me as I was shuffling the cards. Remember, I only take flyouts. I do not go around and pick cards by hand. That's not how I do my readings. If you've had a personal reading with me, you know that I shuffle the cards and I take what flies out and I ask for a specific number. So I did that, and it all worked out fine as we were going through the masculine space and the feminine space. But then when I started to clarify the 3D messages, And as I was, putting the deck down for the tarot that clarifies these 3D messages, I happened to look at the floor. And what is on the floor? This tarot card, the Two of Cups, the Two of Mirrors. I didn't want to put it back. I didn't want to add it to the section because I really want to get all the messages I'm supposed to get. So what I really got from this when I saw, it could have been any card. It could have been the Seven of Swords. It could have been the Five of Swords. It could have been anything. But it was the Two of Cups. And so what I really got from this was that, there is real love here. This couple, this collective couple is struggling. There's a struggle, and what I really feel like is, there's real love. There's the real feeling of a connection for both of them. There is definitely an intent and a desire to want to come into union. We have the Two of Cups twice. It's in the future energy. And then it was in this message that was just laying there on the floor right next to me. And so I feel like it's very important to know that, yes, we are struggling in this collective at this time. And, hearts have been broken and we are trying to heal. But what you should know is that there is love. There is a soul connection. This is a divine connection. And just be patient, okay? I know we've all been patient, and it's like this is burdensome, and we are choosing ourselves, and as we should. But don't feel insecure in the fact that there wasn't love there to begin with, okay? So that's all I have to say about that, and I'm going to leave it out here because it's part of the reading. Okay, bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine, Tower. He's struggling, and it's very apparent in his headspace when we get to it. So he very much has the Tower energy. The Tower energy is, remember, this upheaval, this jolt, this shift. So a jolt and a shift has occurred for him, and not only in how he might be receiving his feminine, that she might be pulling her energy back, but he knows he needs to rebuild. And in his headspace, he's having a very, very hard time moving away from past energies. And he's actually really beating himself up. And that is part of his withdrawal. Okay, remember in yesterday's Instagram reading, his message was that he's keeping his love for you to himself at this time while he is in solitude to figure out how to move this forward, okay? And it is here again. So now bottom of the deck for the Divine Feminine, she's in the Ten of Cups, okay? She it's Ten of Cups, yes. He is her emotional bliss, okay? Ten of Cups, he is her emotional bliss. But she just wants some peace and happiness and love in her life with or without him, okay? Yes, there is this deep love here, Two of Cups, okay? Overarching all of this. There is this deep love. She's in the Ten of Cups. She knows he is her emotional bliss. He knows he must rebuild with her, okay? Because the Tower has occurred and union is, the what needs to happen. I mean, these two have recognized their connection, but she just wants peace in her life. She wants happiness in her life. And if that means she's going to choose herself, then so be it. He is in the Tower's energy. He knows he has destroyed this relationship and that he needs to rebuild it with her, okay? That's the underlying energy. Let's start with the headspace. Divine Masculine's headspace. So the way that I'm reading these, okay? I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but the way that I read this is by the way that the cards fly out. So card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. And what it does for me is it starts giving me a storyline, okay? So very first card that came out for the Divine Masculine's headspace is the Page of Wands. He wants to communicate. He wants to continue to communicate. He wants to send a message. But what is this message about? The Seven of Swords. Here we go. Seven of Swords. This was that deceit, this betrayal. Okay, this is also about strategy, but this is underhanded strategy, okay? So he wants to have a discussion about this because he's having a hard time with this Eight of Cups energy moving on in his headspace from what he has done, because then it's followed by the Five of Cups. And that's why I'm taking it that way, is because he wants to communicate this message with the Page of Wands. Like, he wants to talk about it being the Seven of Swords, this, third party situation, this deceit, this betrayal, whatever it was, because he's really having a hard time moving on from this in his headspace. It's with this Eight of Cups is about moving on from what? The Seven of Swords. And what are we moving on? Like, what is this, added message around moving on? It's the Five of Cups. So what I'm really getting is, he's really having a hard time. He's like looking back at his actions. He is regretting his mistakes. He is feeling the loss. He is just sulking in the past about what he has done to his feminine. Because the question was, when this masculine thinks of his feminine, what is he thinking? And he is thinking that he really needs to clear the air, because he's having a hard time moving on from what he did to her. And he's having a hard time forgiving himself. He's having a hard time moving on from this energy. And that is keeping him stuck from really making plans with her and moving things forward. And so he knows that she didn't do anything to deserve the treatment that he put on her, okay? She didn't deserve it. And so he is now facing his karma in his headspace, okay? That he very much is very regretful of what he has done to her around the Seven of Swords energy, and he wants to talk about it. That's in his headspace, okay? I mean, he's tortured. It's very much, he's tortured by his own behavior, by his own actions, and he has finally evolved enough to see what he has done and how it had impacted her and how it had hurt her. And he very much is in pain over it. In his headspace, it's keeping him stuck from making plans because he's beating himself up over it, okay? In her headspace, when she thinks about her masculine, okay, what is she thinking? So we have the Knight of Pentacles. She's thinking it's taking him too long. He's moving very slowly. Okay, this time he didn't rush in with the Knight of Wands energy. And I'm pleased to tell you we have no Knight of Wands here. Not that it is a bad card, but in this collective, in this context, it's not where it belongs, okay? So in her headspace, she's like, this is taking a long time. Well, what's taking a long time? Judgment, the second chance, this renewal. She's like, it's taken us a long time to get it together, to come back together, to have this renewal, to have this rebirth, okay? It's taking a long time. This is also a card of dedication, a card of commitment. And so with the Knight of Pentacles, she's like, slow and steady. It is slow. It is slow. This second chance, this rebirth, this renewal is taking too much time in her headspace. So I want to move forward. I want to move into something smoother. And so this is where I get into that energy, like, where she might be like, I'm going to move on from him because this is taking too long. I've waited too long. And she just wants a new beginning, either a new beginning with herself in her own life, or a new beginning with him. And I say those two things because in her 3D space, she's very much kind of juggling which path to take. So again, in the headspace for her, this is taking too long. What's taking too long? This renewal, this second chance, third chance, whatever it is, between the two of them. And she just wants to move forward. She just wants to move forward. She wants to find her peace. She wants to find her happiness. And she wants a new beginning, either with him or within her life, a new beginning in general, okay? So that's in her headspace. What is in the heart space? First card that flew out, Queen of Pentacles. This is the divine feminine here. In this collective right now, in this reading right now for this collective, we have the Queen of Pentacles, so earth sign, okay? So in his heart space, he has the Queen of Pentacles. He looks at this Queen of Pentacles as this really well-rounded person. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's a successful career woman. She is everything. She is well-balanced. She can create a beautiful home. She has a successful career. She can be a great mother. She could be a great wife. He's really seeing her in a really good spot. So in his heart space, is the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Wands, which is he wants to fight for this relationship now. And the Page of Cups. So what does he want? What does he want to fight for? He wants to fight for this love. He wants to make this offer. But this offer cannot be like anything that has happened in the past, because this is the Death card. And so what I'm very much getting is this Queen of Pentacles is his feminine in his heart space. He wants to fight for the relationship. Make an offer of love for a new beginning, but not any love that they have had before. A love that is going to be very different and transformed this time, because what they had before doesn't work. That is in his heart space, okay? I like it. Now, in her heart space, a little bit different. She does not identify herself as the Queen of Pentacles because, remember, I said earlier in her headspace, she's choosing herself. She's choosing herself, right? Because she wants to move into something smoother. This is taking a little bit too long. Remember, her underlying energy is the Ten of Cups, which is about emotional bliss. She wants her peace. She wants her happiness. So, first card that flew out for her heart, Ten of Wands. And it came out last week too, or on Monday as well. She's still burdened. In her heart space, she's burdened by this love, okay? And she's like, I need to make a choice. I really need to make a choice with the Seven of Cups. Like, I can't be in this space anymore. Like, it's just taking too long. I just want my peace. I just want my happiness. My heart is still burdened. And so I need to make a choice. And here's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. I like this Queen of Wands. She's fiery. She's independent. Okay. So, you know, this could be, you know, if you're an earth sign in your sun sign and maybe your moon is in fire, you know, maybe this is you definitely representing yourself, right? Maybe you're a Virgo in your sun sign, and maybe an Aries, for example, fire sign. You know, this is your energy because it's all across the heart space is the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. And so this is burdening her. She's got to make a choice, and she's going to choose herself. The Queen of Wands, fiery, independent, successful. She doesn't play. She will choose herself and go on her merry way, no problem. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's just kind of like, what I'm getting is I'm burdened by this relationship. I need to make a choice to maybe choose myself and cut my ties, because this offer, this Ace of Pentacles, is not happening soon enough, okay? It's not happening soon enough for me. This 3D offer, not happening soon enough, so my heart is burdened, okay? In the 3D space for the masculine, what does he want from his feminine in the 3D? In this life, in this world, what does he want? And I wanted to make sure, I always ask that question because I want to make sure it stays consistent, or I want to see any changes. Again, he wants to balance out the scales. This is really a repeating card, okay? The Justice card here, it comes out again for the advice for the couple. I don't know that it comes, no, it doesn't come out here. Hold on, let me see. And it doesn't come out there. So Justice, it comes out 2 times, okay? Balancing out the scales. It's in the 3D space. He knows he needs to balance out the karma, because remember what I said at the top of the reading is that he's facing his karma about what he has done to her, and he is mentally he's just mentally destroyed at this time. He's just feeling very heavy, very burdened about what he did to his innocent feminine who did not deserve what he did, okay? So he's very much like reviewing the past and having regret, feeling lost. So in the 3D space, what does he want with his divine feminine? He wants to balance out the scales with her. He wants a new offer of love, the Ace of Cups. He wants to make a new offer of love. Remember, with the Page of Cups, which is the offer, and then the Ace of Cups, which is this new beginning, this new love, this renewed love, okay? He wants that with her. And who's her? The Empress. That's his queen. This Queen of Pentacles is his queen. And that's what he wants. And with the 3 of Wands, he wants to start making long-term plans with her. So remember, again, in his 3D, the way these cards flew out was, I want to balance the scales with her, okay? I want to do right by her. I want to offer her this new love. I want this renewal of love. I want a new phase in this relationship with my queen, the Empress. And I want to start making long-term plans. This 3 of Wands is like, you've made the decision. He's made the decision. And now he's looking forward to the future, okay? Now, what does she have in her 3D space? What does she want with her masculine? 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is a repeating card. Remember, it's here in the overarching energy, because that's what we found. The Two of Cups also shows up in the future energies, okay? So in the future, we have union. So not only is it overarching, we also have it in her 3D space, and we also have it in the future energy. So Two of Cups, she wants union. She wants to get back together. She does. In the 3D, I mean, let's not kid ourselves, right? As much as, you know, I've seen comments, I'm moving away from my masculine, I want to move on. That's great. Yes, I think people should if this relationship is not serving them. But you know in your heart that you want to come back together with a higher vibrational match. And so again, I'm not contradicting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if he doesn't change, if he doesn't make the effort, she's going to choose herself, and that's a win-win. But in the 3D, what she wants in this life, in this world with her masculine is the Two of Cups. She wants to come together and she wants union, okay? And she has the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is about emotional maturity. She's gaining emotional maturity, okay? Because she's choosing herself. She's high vibrational. She is definitely going to balance her emotions. But in her 3D space, she's Five of Cups energy, which matches his headspace. Five of Cups. Five of Cups is, again, like, you know, I'm sad. I'm sad this hasn't worked out. I'm sad about things that have happened in the past. She, too, is trying to, you know, move on from this old baggage. And the Two of Pentacles is juggling. She's really kind of juggling her emotions, right? We have juggling of emotions here. We're seeing it right here from the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. It's like, I want union, but geez, like all lost. I mean, look at the Three Cups are on the floor and we have the two still here. Remember, we have the Two of Cups here. So it's really all about how you look at the situation. And so in her 3D space, she wants him, but she's not sure if all is lost. So she's really trying to stay emotionally balanced. But with the Two of Pentacles, she's kind of like, am I in or am I out? Am I in or am I out? I don't know. It's juggling behavior, okay? Hope that made sense. Now, 3D messages from the masculine. Bottom of the deck for the Oracle is offer. There's going to be an offer if there hasn't been one already, okay? The offer actually also shows up in the current energy. Bottom of the deck for the tarot that clarifies this offer is Queen of Light 1111. This is the Sun card. This is the Sun's energy. So this is very much about people being enlightened, continue to wake up, and then really starting to feel positively about this situation. So his 3D messages, I'm regretting. What are you regretting, masculine? The Ten of Swords, that I ghosted you, that I betrayed you, that we broke up, that this relationship ended. He is in regret, and that very much goes with his headspace, that he is regretting this behavior. He is regretting, you know, this breakup, what he did to you. He is regretting it. It very much matches up with what is in his headspace. His next message to you is the answer is yes. Well, what's the answer yes to? The King of Wands. The King of Wands, remember, the match to the Queen of Wands, okay? He's saying, I'm going to be this ambitious king, this focused king, not a knight, not the Knight of Wands that comes in and swoops out. Yes, I'm going to be your king this time. I am ready to dig my heels into this and make a commitment and stay. The answer is yes. And you see it's red. There's a lot of fire and passion in the Wands energy. And this is the King of Wands, okay? So he has a lot of love. He has a lot of passion for her, but he wants to stay this time. He wants to stay. The next message from him is mask. And right now, he's wearing a mask because he's feeling very insecure with the Nine of Swords energy, okay? He's haunted by what he has done. He's still anxious about it. Remember, it's in his headspace. That's why he's withdrawn a little bit. He's wearing a mask at this time because he is haunted by his behavior. He is having anxiety about his behavior. He is feeling insecure about himself and how to move this forward. He is definitely at this time withdrawn, and he's putting a mask on that things are okay, or maybe he's like, you know, retreated a little bit, and that retreat is part of his mask. It is because he is in emotional, mental turmoil. Then his last message to you, which is so consistent, I'm healing, I'm healing. I'm trying to manifest this healing so I can have the Three of Cups with you, this reunion. Okay, what have we been talking about? Two of Cups, union. Two of Cups in her space, union. Ace of Cups in his 3D space. He wants the renewal. Page of Cups in his heart space. He wants to make the offer. So he's healing his mind at this time so he can be this manifester. This magician shows up in the current energy, and we'll see that with the, and then we have the Three of Cups in his message. So he's healing himself. He's trying to manifest this healing for himself so he can have reunion with you. Okay, 3D message from the feminine to the masculine, inner child, and the devil card. This is addiction. And here, this is very much about, this has kind of triggered her into a little bit of immaturity maybe, or some behaviors, some thought patterns that are getting obsessive. She's very much obsessed with the Seven of Swords, this third party situation. She's very obsessed with those thoughts. She's obsessed about, you know, him repeating that behavior. This is a burden. And so right now she's very much in her ego. She's very much in her obsession of thinking. And so she's telling him, like, you know, you've triggered some stuff out of me from the past, and now I'm obsessed over what you have done, and your retreat does not help the situation. Interestingly enough, the second message is pride and ego, okay? Clarified by the Eight of Cups. And this is like, I'm going to have to stay in my pride. The Queen of Wands is a little prideful, okay? She's confident. She'll cut you out. And so she's, you know, using her pride and her ego as a barrier, as a protective outlet. And she's saying, I'm in my pride and ego right now, and I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on, okay? Because my obsessive thoughts are getting the best of me. Then her next message is third party with the King of Swords. And what she's saying is, remember, I just told you, she's obsessed with this deceit, this betrayal, this third party. She wants to move on because now she's in her pride and ego. And then now this third message from her is third party and the King of Swords. And she's saying, you were not honest with me. You were not honorable. King of Swords, right? You were not honorable. You did not operate in an ethical manner. You had a third party situation, and that is why I'm obsessed with this information. That is why I want to move on. That is why I want to choose myself. And so if you sit here and you're in your mental space that you're having a hard time moving on from this deceit that you did to me, well, you know what? Yeah, you need to balance the scales. You need to balance the scales. You need to talk to me. You need to send that message, because I'm obsessed in my thinking now. I'm in my pride and ego, and I'm going to move on because you were not honorable. You were not ethical because of this third party situation. She's pissed, okay? Because all her cards are like, she's not playing. Then her last card is destruction, which is like, you destroyed this relationship. And I'm waiting now for this solid offer, and you're not coming forward. You have the opportunity now to make things better after you destroyed us. Remember, he's in the Tower's energy. He wants to rebuild. So this is kind of a dupe message, and she's picking up on it. She's like, you destroyed our relationship, and it was time now for us to make some plans. Where is my offer? Okay, sorry. I don't need to get so heated about it, but I'm kind of pissed for this feminine too. I mean, I kind of feel bad for him, but he did it. He brought this upon himself, and so he just needs to fix it now. He needs to really get some gumption and fix it. Okay, so I asked for one card from the universe about, just give us one oracle card around what's the collective message for the 3D collective. Okay, so what is the message? Well, we got balance the scales. The balance the scales is justice. Okay, we already got justice in his 3D space. Balance the scales, clarified by the King of Earth. That's the match to his queen in his heart. Okay, further clarified by divine connection, which is the Lover's card. So what I'm getting here is from the universe is saying karma will be balanced. Okay, karma will be balanced. He will balance this out. Who's he? The King of Earth, who is the match to the queen in the masculine's heart space. Okay, he is going to balance out the scales because this is a divine connection. Okay, that's the universe confirming that this is a divine connection. And this King of Earth, this protector, remember, next to his queen, what did he have? He has the Queen of Pentacles followed by the Seven of Wands. He's going to fight for her. He's going to defend her. okay, in his heart space. And what happens, what did Spirit just tell us? He's going to balance the scales. And this King of Earth, it says, protector. He's going to protect her and this relationship because it's a divine connection, okay? So now, where are we with the current energy and the future energies? Bottom of the deck is Seven of Pentacles. People are going to invest. Seven of Pentacles is about investing. It's about planting your seeds, waiting for the growth. And so they have planted their seeds, okay? We're waiting for harvest. Let's see what grows. Here's what we have in the current connection. King of Wands just came up, right? In his message where he said, the answer is yes, I'm going to be your King of Wands. Well, here he is. And who's the next person that flew out? The Empress. The Empress shows up in his 3D space as his queen in his 3D. So now we have a couple. Then what do we have? The Magician was the third card that flew out. The Magician shows up in his 3D space, in his 3D message, where he is telling you he's healing and he wants reunion. So here we have, I am in my king power. I am in my queen power. So this couple is in their power. And now they're going to manifest. What are they going to manifest? This Ace of Pentacles, this new offer, this gift. And remember, Ace of Pentacles is in her heart space. Ace of Pentacles is in her 3D message, the solid offer that she's waiting on. And the bottom of the deck energy, offer. Okay, so we have offers. And so this is very much that this couple in their power want to manifest this new offer. Okay, but it's followed by the Four of Cups, which is about, you know, you have the ace back here. It's all how you look at it this time. Is this offer going to be disappointing? Or is this going to be an offer that you turn into something very, very blessed? So it is all about your perception. It is all about your point of view. And so we have two very high vibrational people. This couple is a match. The Wands, the King of Wands, he's identified himself as the King of Wands. This Empress is in his 3D space. The Queen, the Manifestor, the Magician. This already came out in his message. So I feel like this offer is coming. But hey, is this offer going to disappoint you? Or is this offer something that you guys are going to make into something very different this time? Future energies for the connection. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles again. Remember, in her heart, in his heart space is the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Five of Swords. So there's going to be some conflict, okay? In the future, there's still conflict. But we have some beautiful cards that came right after. So we have this beautiful woman who may still be a little conflicted in the future, okay? Because remember, she's still in burden. But this union, this coming together, this Two of Cups that came out here in the future, in the overarching, in her 3D space, she's going to get her wish. Her wish. Nine of Cups. She is Queen of Pentacles will have a little bit of conflict in the future with her masculine, but they will come together. They will have their wishes fulfilled. And this cycle of betrayal, of deception, of loss will end. The cycle will complete. And hopefully, oh my God, please, hopefully in the next few readings, we start to see great movement towards that healing, that they actually come together. I pray for that they actually come together and start to heal each other, okay? I hope this reading made sense. Let me know if this resonated. Again, thank you all for your feedback. Thank you so much for your blessings. If you're interested in your own personal reading with me, please go to my website, queenoflight1111.com. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Bye-bye.